He might not look like it, but this man is a multi-millionaire. He's made an extraordinary decision. For 10 days, he's going to live undercover in one of the toughest areas in Britain.
It's called the murder mile for very good reasons. A lot of people are killed.
Everyone will think Ben Way is a volunteer youth worker. No one will know that he's worth millions of pounds.
Come on, leave it. Just tone out.
He'll live in Hackney, East London, and search for people whom he wants to help.
There's nothing for the children.
In order to really help people, you've got to understand the issues and problems that surround them. And I don't think you can do that from taking a step back. That's why I want to be part of the community, so I can really understand.
By the end of his stay, he'll give away tens of thousands of pounds of his own money. Can he really use some of his fortune to make dreams come true?
I really think that a few £1,000s used in the right way can change somebody's life. And that's a scary responsibility.
Only after he's met the people he wants to help will he reveal that he is the secret millionaire.
I just hope I get it right.
He might not look old enough to shave, but Ben Way is one of Britain's youngest self-made multi-millionaires. At just 16, Ben was running a company from his bedroom. In his first big business meeting, his cool nerves helped him clinch a life-changing deal.
At the end of the meeting, they were obviously interested, and they asked me, how much money do you want? I said, to put this all together, it would cost you about £25 million. They said, that's just the kind of amount of money we wanted to invest.
10 years later, Ben's 5 companies have made him millions from cutting-edge technology.
We've had everything from putting somebody's logo on the moon to creating new medical devices to creating state-of-the-art social sites. Our motto is, if you can't find anybody to do it, come to us.
Ben believes the secret to his success lies in something he discovered in his early school days.
I am severely dyslexic, and when I was about 6, my teacher took me into her study and sat me down and very sternly told me that I'd never amount to anything. And well, most people would have taken that as a bad sign. I rebelled against it, and I think I've been doing that ever since.
Ben's kept on fighting, even when 4 years ago his investors pulled the plug on his growing business.
God, I lost absolutely everything. I literally lost all my money, the girl I loved, my house, within the space of a couple of months. I was unbelievably fortunate to have a friend of mine who, when I'd lost everything, he invited me to stay with him and his family.
4 years on, Ben's a rich man again, but now he has a real understanding of what it is to need help.
When I've been at the lowest points in my life, there have been people that have been there to help me. It doesn't happen to most people. I want to do that for somebody else.
Today, millionaire Ben Way is going undercover. Money has changed his life. Now he wants to change someone else's. He's going in search of people who need his help, and he's saying goodbye to everything he knows.
It's going to be quite difficult to maintain this. I mean, when you're living a certain lifestyle and somebody asks you an off-the-cuff question like, where do you live? Or, how do you answer that? It's really important that they don't know who I am in terms of giving away the money, because ultimately I think they treat me differently. I actually want to find the people that wouldn't necessarily want the money, because those are the people that probably will change their lives more.
You'll be fine.
Ben's agreed to go to Hackney, just 4 miles from his Mayfair home. It's his first visit to London's toughest borough. After the challenges of his childhood, Ben wants to look for young people whom he can help.
I've been incredibly lucky in my life to have ended up this side of the tracks. I see it a bit like Russian roulette. My life played Russian roulette with me. Fortunately, in this case, I won, but there's so many people that don't. And if I can find those people, maybe I can help them in a way that nobody else can. My stomach's churning right now. I haven't really tried to think too much about it over the last couple of days, and now it's real, and that's scary. in terms of London, a lot changes in a mile.
Ben's going undercover in a part of London where more than half of all children grow up in single-parent families. He knows what that's like, having grown up in a broken home, but he's never been face-to-face with gang culture and violent crime. Ben needs to explain to people why he's in Hackney and why he has a television crew following him. His cover story is that he's taking part in a programme about people who want to do voluntary youth work.
Hey guys, it's the manager here. Hey, I'm Ben.
What no one has been told is that he's on a secret mission.
So you want to do some voluntary work with us?
I certainly do.
Yufu is the manager and has been involved in the Pedro Club for 24 years.
I need to explain about where you are. You're in the heart of the murder mile. It's called the murder mile for very good reasons. A lot of people are killed in 1 year. It was about 32, putting us on a par with Chicago. Around here it might be drugs, it's certainly going to be gangs, it's very territorial. You need to be aware young people around here could be carrying guns. If you're ever worried, then of course come straight to me. The one thing I ask you, don't ever make them a promise you can't keep.
It really kind of hits you, kind of how serious all this stuff is, and you know, I mean, it's, you know, it's, in a way it's quite scary.
It's the school holidays and the club is buzzing. As Yufu shows his latest volunteer around, he's no idea he's a multi-millionaire.
Sorry, hello. You can all say hello to Ben. Our totally unusable art room. We cannot afford to get even rubbish out of here.
People always say, yeah, there's always murders, rapes and drug dealing. Yeah, you see that a lot, but it's just life, you get used to it, really.
This is our garage workshop. We find that very little money comes down here. We're not a big charitable organisation. We have difficulty raising pounds rather than hundreds, if you know.
A lot of people around here just give in too easy when they think that they ain't gonna get anywhere.
What do I do? I'm basically looking at volunteering. So I basically maybe want to become a volunteer, so I'm coming here to kind of experience what it's like.
If you didn't have the Pedro here, I'd hate to imagine what would happen to some of the young people. I wouldn't be surprised if many of them didn't make it. And when I say didn't make it, didn't live to see 20.
It's been a real shock. I'll be honest with you. It's quite a scary situation to be in somewhere new you've never been, with so many challenges.
Most white people that come to work at the club can find it an incredibly frightening circumstance. It can be scary, and many of the youth workers that come here, you know, quickly leave and move on.
It's scary. It's a situation I've never been in before, and until I start to understand them, it's scary. It's scary having people, you know, scream around you and be nuts and whack each other, and you know, it's nuts at the moment.
With Ben suffering from culture shock, Yufu sends him home early. Ben's new home is a flat share, just a few yards from the club.
If I'm really honest with myself, I wasn't prepared for something so challenging. And it's really weird, you know, just, you know, come 4 miles to the other side of London and it's like being in a different country. I do think if I can get through the next few days, it will become a lot easier. So, onwards with working out what I can do to actually make a difference. Which I hope I really can.
Multi-millionaire Ben Way has woken up to his second day in the heart of London's most deprived borough. He's living life as a volunteer youth worker, but really, he's searching for a way to use his wealth to make a lasting difference to someone.
If you throw money at something, it can disappear like that. If you put intelligent money in, it can grow and it can become so much more. And one of my aims is to put intelligent money in, because I don't do stupid money.
Ben arrives at the Pedro Club for his first full day. Everyone thinks he's just a rookie volunteer.
Yesterday was your baby day. Today you're close on being a teenager.
Okay.
In relative terms, I need you to actually start interacting with them.
Yeah.
A bit more, getting to know them.
And talking to the young people will help Ben find out how and where his money could make the most impact.
I'm trying to get off the streets, but I'm constantly being stopped by police, so maybe I should start doing war, maybe I should start doing violence and start doing crime. So if I'm from now on, when I'm getting stopped for the right reason.
You get to teach me that in a bit. So when you're not here, what do you get up to? What do you enjoy doing?
College. That's what I do, but other than that, I play football all day.
And what do you study at college?
Accounting.
Accounting? Really? This is a really interesting guy. He wants to become an accountant, and by the looks of things, he's get a manager without any problems whatsoever. He's really focused, and he's really dedicated to what he's doing. And to be honest, I don't think I could help him even if I wanted to. He's gonna do it. Oh, what?
But not really crap.
Huh?
Not really crap.
Thanks. You still going to college or school?
No, September I start college.
Start college September. What are you studying?
Hair and beauty.
Okay, cool. What do you wanna end up doing?
I want to be a beauty therapist for like a celebrity like Jay Goody or someone.
Okay.
That's my dream job.
Jay's an interesting.
She's one of my role models.
Really?
Jay Goody and Jordan.
What would you love to do?
Well, I love to go professional in music. Yeah, but my dream is to become a crime scene investigator. That's my dream,
Really?
Becoming that, because I just CSI and stupid movies like that and everything like that. I like watching them kind of movies, I like what they do. I would like to do it, but it will take a lot of training like that. I don't know if I'm up for that because I'm kind of a lazy guy.
There's maybe a misperception that everyone here needs help. That's not the truth. There's a lot of kids here who will go on and off and do amazing things with their lives.
Fashion student Wayne used to be a club volunteer. Yufu thinks he should meet Ben. Wayne has temporarily dropped out of college. He'd rather get on with starting his own business.
That's my main focus, fashion design and art. I just want to be a fashion designer and have everyone wear my clothes, hopefully.
Wayne's passionate about his designs. What he doesn't know is that he's talking to a man who could make his dreams a reality.
This is all my stuff that I've designed. This, it's just a head wrap, and this is tuggish, street, customised.
Just kind of mixing it all up.
So I'm wearing a mixture of them all today.
What are you hoping to achieve in a year? What's the kind of challenges?
Just to basically, so it's up and running, and we're earning a small amount of money, and people are enjoying our clothes and dance or whatever.
The thing about Wayne is that he could never get money in the way of traditional investment from a bank, because to be quite honest, I'm not even sure he knows what he's going to do next. And he's a very, very risky investment.
Yufu's asked Ben to supervise the centre's star attractions, the go-karts and the pool table.
Relax, guys, come on. Ben's talking to you.
He's learning fast and getting a taste of what Yufu has to do day in, day out.
Can't believe it. Just stick your name on the list. You got to play here. If you want to do the go-karts, go downstairs. If I decide to put some money into the Pedro Club, I'm not investing in the Pedro Club. I'm investing in the people that are running it.
Hello? Did everyone hear that?
Yeah.
If you're on that list and you don't want to disappear from that list, don't disappear from here.
Youth is just such a top guy. It's kind of like a father figure for a lot of them, which I think may come from the fact that they may not have so many father figures around. Put your name on the list, stay up here or go downstairs and play on the cards. It's as simple as that. Okay.
While Ben's impressed with Yufu, he doesn't think the club is where his money should go.
I truly believe that even when charities are backed into a corner, they always find a way through. And I think the Pedro Club will survive. I don't think that they necessarily need my money to survive. If I don't invest in them, then I think they'll be here next year. I think they'll be here in 10 years. Kind of weird, obviously, being in a new place, in a new world. Yeah, you kind of feel quite taken aback and lonely, and it's pretty intimidating in some respects around here. But then you just realise they're just like everyone else. They're just trying to get through life.
Hold tight, loud. Hold tight, Mark T.
It's Ben Way's third day as an undercover millionaire, and he's out early looking for people who might need his money.
It must be really hard running a business around here. I mean, not only do you have the usual challenges of running a business, but you've got all the challenges of the community around you. Hey.
Hi.
How's business at the moment?
It's so far so good. It's picking up slowly but surely, definitely.
How long have you guys been open?
About 6 months.
Oh wow, so really...
So it's very new. It's new to the area.
And were you running a business before?
No, it's the first time. It's the first business.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you really got in the head first?
Yeah.
It must really be important for the kids to have that outlet to the technology and the internet.
We can't get them out of here in the night time.
I bet.
It's that busy. That's my brother over there sitting down there peacefully.
he looks like he's sorted. He's totally sorted.
Carol's brother George helps her run the cyber cafe.
The youth around here, the ones who are still in primary school and that, I've set up a little thing with them where if you get good marks, we give you free internet time.
Now that's cool.
Yeah, so for every 3 you get half an hour. For every 4 you get an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a brilliant way of doing it.
Yeah, man, keep them interested, you know what I mean? So
and also, you probably see their report cards before their parents do.
Yeah.
She's obviously an entrepreneur at heart, and you can see that drive within her, and that makes, you can just, I see it like that. But I've decided from what she said that she probably doesn't need my help, and she's probably going to do the whole thing herself, and she's going to do very well. I mean, yeah, sure, I probably could accelerate it, but ultimately, yeah, I think there's more needy kind of things to do here. How old are you? Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yufu has arranged for Ben to have his next volunteer training session.
You've heard the name.
I've heard the name.
Now you can feel the fame.
Hey James, I'm Ben.
This is Ben James.
Ben. Where you from, Ben? You sound like you're part of the royal family, bro.
James Cook is a local legend, an ex-British super middleweight boxing champion. He's the treasurer of the Pedro Club, and now he spends his time helping Hackney's youngsters stay out of trouble.
Nothing but estates, yeah? One club.
So just let me get this straight. This area has the largest number of under 16-year-olds in any borough, and it's only got one youth club.
And it's only got one youth club.
That's just crazy. That really is nuts. And I suppose that's part of the problem. If there's nowhere for the kids to go, I mean, then they're bound to end up getting into trouble.
James has a fearsome reputation for his zero-tolerance approach to drugs and dealers.
Is it very easy around here for kids to get into the drugs and knife and gun culture, or is that a kind of misconception? Is it?
You know, it's like every area. You know, don't get it wrong. When people just says it's just Hackney alone. You know, this sort of culture happen in every area. I'll keep saying it. If there's things for the young people to do, then this sort of culture won't happen.
What is it like to live here? Is it kind of hard, or I've obviously heard about knives and guns and drugs. Is there loads of that around here, or is it just?
That's a myth.
They got kids off the streets. They need to start doing more things, putting more things for them to do. For real.
And the police don't communicate with you at all?
Police? Come on. Them guys, they're worse than us. Seriously. Even people that want us out of the square don't even respect police.
Really? What kind of stuff do they do?
They'll stop a little boy, 11,
they'll find him with a 10 in his pocket and they'll take him station for tens of weeks.
What's an 11-year-old doing with weed in his pocket,
What's an 11-year-old doing with weed in his pocket? But you can either try and help him. You're not going to help him by arresting him and taking him to the station and giving him the first mark on his caution for a draw.
What is it like living around here? Is it good fun? Do you enjoy it?
There's nothing for the children. You send them over parks, you're worried all the time. And if you let them go on buses to clubs, they come home late on a bus. So the parents are worried because the things that go on buses today. You tell me, there's nowhere, is there? What can they do around here?
And it's so important, you know, to keep a club like the Pedro Club and other things in the area.
So, how long have you been doing this for?
You know, Ben, I think I've been doing this thing for when I was 16.
What, working with kids?
Yeah, working with kids. I mean, you know,
and even during your boxing career?
During my boxing career, I'd never leave them out. I'd
Really?
still work, and go training. I mean,
That's
I used
amazing.
to work here and still go training.
James is just such a dedicated person when it comes to this community. He treats it as his extended family. He's been working, helping the people around here for donkey's years, and to be quite honest, I don't know how he does it.
After another exhausting day, Ben arrives home to find a new flatmate, a man he met on the streets hours earlier. Stephen's a reformed offender.
Always just thought life would be hopeless, so it's like I kind of gave in. Started doing things that like I weren't raised to do. And once you start going to prison, it's another obstacle that you set in front of yourself. I've been in prison, I might as well just say fuck it.
And what about now? What are you doing? What's your
doing? I'm just studying at the moment. Like I'm going to college, learning how to be a counsellor. You know, I want to try and give back because I was lucky enough to have some good influences in my life to stop men from going down the wrong road and that. I've known James since I was about 5. Get me? And all the things that I didn't do with my dad, I did with James or other guys like Yufu. And now that I've got older, it's they're proper there for me still. It's gone beyond a work thing. There's love there still.
Kind of family.
Yeah.
Ben's halfway through his time in the murder mile, and he's starting to doubt if his money will make any real difference to the problems he's discovered.
The longer I spend here, the harder it is to work out exactly what all the problems are. When you first get here, you see the obvious ones. There's so many more deep-rooted problems that nothing can solve apart from really time. I don't know how I can help. I really don't know how I can help.
Youfu's asked Ben to sit in on the Pedro Club's monthly finance meeting. Back in a familiar role, Ben almost blows his cover.
You can't really survive on just what we're getting now, which is 3,700 per quarter, the little bit of fundraising we're getting. And it means that he won't get paid for the next couple of months.
Is that 3,700 a month from the ALG?
Yeah.
Okay, so when it says...
No, it's not a month.
Quarter. So when it says next payment £15,000 should have arrived, is that guaranteed, or is that...
Yeah, but that's 15,000 for a year.
Yeah, but that's a kind of guaranteed amount you get.
And that breaks down.
We're so used to being in meetings like that and being treated as an equal. And it was kind of weird kind of trying to sit back and not say anything, but every time they said something I was like, right, you could do this or you could do this. But I find it weird that you break it down and it kind of almost creates a divide within its own right. I didn't want them to think, who is this guy? You know, what's the real, I didn't want them to kind of grab hold of the kind of, what the hell is going on here? But at the same time, I can't just sit back in a meeting like that and not say anything, because it's totally unnatural to me. Hey! Community. Come on. Please.
Ben's on duty again. He's still looking for the right place to give his money, and he turns his attention back to Youfu.
Youfu's been here for years. He's looked after, seen everyone through everything.
And he just knows the way it is.
He knows the way it is. He connects so well with young people. He knows the good side of young people and the bad side, but he tends to look at the good side more. People respect Youfu, that's the thing. People understand, like when Youfu said clubs close, everyone leaves because they respect Youfu so much.
And when you say Youth and James are like the main two,
yeah,
they look after everyone. And do you think they're
going to probably be here still when I have kids, and then my kids will still come Pedro. It's like they're here, they don't have to be here. If I was them, I don't know if I could like sit here every day doing nothing. I don't think they get paid for doing this either.
The better you behave now, the quicker you'll be in.
Exactly.
Ben can't quite believe what he's just heard. He decides to ask Youfu whether it's true that he works for nothing.
As a youth worker, you're not just working with young people. They're with you for life. You know, it's not something you can pull away from, even if you don't get paid. Regularly I won't get paid. And certainly for a period where I was meant to get paid. For 2 years I didn't get paid. And many people put in that commitment because you cannot pull away. It's not just you investing in these young people invest in you. Every time they trust you, every time they give you a detail about themselves. And to walk away from that would, in my mind, be sort of criminal.
In business, if people don't pay me, I wouldn't work. So it's quite interesting Youth's case that he's still working even though he's not making any money. But as a person, I suppose if it becomes part of your life and so important to you, then it's not a question of do I? It's I have to, and I have to find a way to make it work. And that's what he's doing. Hey. When I first came into this, I was pretty sure that all my decisions would be based upon quite a logical path. As I always do with all aspects of my life, I have a very clear view of why and what and how things work. But here I've realised that I've got to think a little bit more outside the box and a little bit more with just the feeling I have inside rather than just straight business decisions.
Over the last week, Ben's grown close to the club. He's starting to wonder whether it's a charity that really can survive.
This is our garage workshop. In the past, certain things have happened, and of course we don't have all the tools, etc. here. As you can see from the various shapes on the board, the absence of the tools says more.
A few years ago, the club ran into serious difficulties when money went missing.
The club had to close down, and an audit took place and the police were called in, etc. And lots of money had gone. And in fact, lots of bits and pieces all of it's gone. It was all taken. So it's not just the money, it's the equipment, etc. that was taken. And it's taken that long to raise money and pay off things and get back open again. So we reopened this year, 2.5 years after we actually closed.
The interesting thing about the Pedro Club is that actually, if it was run different and didn't have the individuals involved, that place could be making no difference at all. And it's actually youth that really makes a difference there, and the way he runs it and the respect he puts into the club. So if I was to invest, in a way I'd be investing in youth, and I know he will get the most out of any money that I would give the club.
Time's running out, but at least Ben's head is full of ideas about where his money might make a difference.
Still got it. Watch it. Yeah, still got it tomorrow.
But first, James has given him a challenge he can't refuse.
I've never boxed before, and it'll be interesting to see what it's like. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. I feel like something out of a horror film.
You're doing a finish with you.
Ben!
Okay.
I can't. Knock him out, Ben, please.
Ding ding to your corners, lads, please.
You're first, man. You're so fast.
Ding ding.
Did you learn something for today? Never challenge a whole boy who's retired gracefully.
I boxed James.
You gave him a nice one to the jaw.
No.
Ben has 2 days left to make a decision. His business brain needs more information. It's time to see if, on a second visit, Wayne still impresses him.
I still got his first picture, you know.
Really?
Well, I noticed. When I noticed that he was talented.
At 7 years old?
7 years old.
Wow.
And then that's when I thought, and I had it in the passage in the hallway for years.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is how oi idiots look at our pain. He's got a kid on his knees and he's crying. Like, he comes from a broken home. And like, the break dancers, like, he's shaped in a Y, like, as if to say, oi idiot, look at our pain, why? Then this, you got Tuggish clothing, which is like characters and just
more generic.
Yeah, so this is all like this sort of stuff, like taking like sweets and incorporating on clothes and stuff like that.
And how long does it take you to do something like this? I mean,
like 20 minutes. Yeah, we can just bang that, and that's the T for Tuggish clothing. Like I love calligraphy.
And how much do you think you could get for something like this? I mean, how much does it kind of cost?
I do them for like £40 on the street. What I'm planning to do is just work with these right now, and then move on to that.
So what you want to do is kind of concentrate on one or two, and then grow.
Wayne's got another vision. He sees his bedroom as a studio.
Planning to put the studio in the space here.
Okay.
Where
cool.
you are, like, just put a curtain here, and this will be my room.
Cool. So that would be like the workspace, and you get try and get a computer up here.
Yeah, and so I'm more organised and I could do things.
You know, a lot of these kids, they have a dream, but Wayne is really living it. But obviously, being an artist, he's a bit chaotic, and living in that chaos can be hard. So he needs to just focus, and maybe that's something I can help him with.
Having bonded in the ring, James and his partner Carmen invite Ben on the annual Cook family outing to Margate.
So what was it like growing up with your father?
He was like a drill sergeant. I mean, we wasn't allowed to go out to do anything. We go do this, do that.
The thing is with my dad, he was very strict, but at the same time you can talk to him about anything. Because I've got friends that their dads are really strict and they don't talk to their dad about anything. Their dad don't practically know them.
With my dad, you can talk to him. He's like, okay, yeah. Mum was like, lad, what are you gonna do that for?
Money's really, really important to me, and I think it's also really important to James and Carmen. It's quite amazing that James has the family he has. He's got 4 kids and he's a great father.
How long have you two been together?
27 years.
Wow.
And we're still going strong. We have been engaged for 19 years. We've been engaged for 19 years, yeah.
And have you set the date?
Hopefully, next year.
Is that the same?
That's what they say every year.
Yeah.
No, but I mean it this time. I will get married next year.
He's been putting it off for years. Me and Mum don't need to get married, man. We're married. It'll be nice, hopefully.
I said I was gonna get married after retirement from boxing. But
how long ago was that?
15 years ago.
Exactly right.
I'm still thinking about that. Still got a chance of making a comeback.
Ben's stay as the secret millionaire is coming to an end. Tomorrow, he plans to come clean and announce who he intends to help with thousands of pounds of his own money.
I've been given a unique opportunity to become part of a community very quickly, and it's quite a special feeling to feel welcomed by that community. And I do feel welcomed, and I do feel that I'm not being judged or I'm not an outsider. I'm certain that in some way the money I'm going to give away is going to change, hopefully, a lot of people's lives. That's why it's such a hard decision to do what I'm doing. It's a scary responsibility. I've been in business for almost a decade now, and you learn to listen to your brain more than necessarily what you feel. And I suppose here I've had to kind of listen to how I feel more than necessarily what's going on upstairs. And that, I suppose, has been one of the challenges. I think the big thing that the Pedro Club offers them is an environment that is safe and secure. So, it's a place where kids can be kids. You can't be a kid on the street. I walk around that place and there's so much potential. Half of it isn't even being used at the moment. And it could actually be like the shining beacon in the community if it was done right. There's the right people there, it's the right space. It just needs that little bit extra for it to come alive.
What was your defense? See that?
James is an amazing guy and he has helped so many people. In fact, one of the difficulties for me is, how do you help somebody like that? He doesn't want anything. How do you kind of show somebody that what they've done for their entire life is appreciated?
These aren't easy decisions, and I'm only human, so I may well mess up. I just hope I get it right.
Ben Way's time undercover as a youth worker in Hackney is over. Today, he's returning to the borough as Ben the multi-millionaire.
It's going to be quite strange telling people about me and about what else I get up to. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want them to think that, you know, I've hidden anything from them. I hope they just really see me for who I am and have a good laugh about it, but, you know, see.
10 days ago, Ben thought the Pedro Club didn't need his money. Now he's convinced it's the best place for him to give £20,000.
I hope I got it right. I hope I got the gifts right, and I hope that they really do change lives and they really do, you know, make a difference. Hey, how are you? Hi. Last day today. Hey man, how are you?
All that Yufu knows is that Ben's turning up for his final appraisal.
Oh my gosh, suits and all.
So, I just, what was it, 10 days ago I sat here. Very different voicing here 10 days ago. You know, you've taught me so much in the last 10 days. And this isn't usually what I do. And when I'm not here, I run a very successful business. And I have done for the last 10 years. I started when I was 15. And I know what an impact this club has made. I've seen what you've done and it's been truly incredible. And what I would like to offer you is a small gesture of how amazing I think you guys are. And I just wanted to say thank you for all your help, because you've been amazing. You really have been amazing. I'm gonna get you that music centre. You're a truly amazing person. You honestly are.
I'm gonna get you back for this. It's just a big shock for me. It's totally unexpected and it's just not done. You know, it's just not what people do. It's what you dream of people doing. You know what, I've never seen an amount like that, so trust me. You know we've been operating for a year on far less than that. It'll be one of the rare times that we've got something that's ours.
Ben's next gift is a £10,000 gamble.
I was thinking hard last night. I've decided to take a very big risk. Hey Wayne, how are you?
Listen, my hands are crazy.
Oh yeah. Hey mate, how's it going?
Oh, alright.
So, yeah, I just really, it's my last...
You're smart, by the way, I like it.
Oh, thank you mate, thank you. It's my last day here today, and I go back to do what I normally do, which is actually I run a very successful company, and I have done for 10 years since I was 15. And
cool. That's good.
And when I met you, I saw kind of a lot of myself in you, like when I was younger. Kind of you got lots of great ideas, and you got talent, and what I've gonna do is invest.
Oh my god! No.
a little bit of money. I'm gonna work with you.
Yeah. No, thank you. I like that as well.
To actually make this a success. Okay.
Cool.
So we're gonna work together, and we're gonna make that money. Hopefully, put another note on that.
Yeah.
And but I really believe in what you're doing, mate. Honestly, it's amazing stuff.
Thanks. Seriously, that'll be. I'll like to work with you as well.
Well, mate, I tell you, Monday morning you'll be in my office and we'll be sorting out some stuff. And
yeah. I didn't expect none of this to happen. I never. The main thing is that I'm doing the hard work. I'm really pushing it. That's what I've got to do now. Feels good. It does feel good. It does feel good. It does.
I feel extremely nervous about this one because I'm not sure how they'll react to it, and that's a bit worrying to say the least. There goes one. Hey James, how are you, mate? How's it going?
They'll give you a suit, eh?
Yeah, gave me a seat.
I'm not gonna bring no suit for
It's my last day today. I'm gonna come back and see you guys.
Sure you do.
But one of the things that you don't know about me is that for the last 10 years I've been running a very successful business, or a number of businesses. One of the things that has been really clear to me is how much you've done for this community. Like, it's been phenomenal. Everyone I speak to, you know, you have put so much of your life into this place, and I have so much respect for that. So one of the things that kind of resonated with me about this whole place is about giving something back. I would like, if you would like me to give you something back. If you would like, I would pay or contribute towards a wedding. Put £10,000.
Oh no! Oh my
and towards a wedding. If that's what you'd like me to do. I'll put you on the spot
He's done so much and it's never gone noticed. He's never got nothing from it. There's no excuses now. we want to
now,
do this.
who should I give the check to, huh?
Definitely not him.
Oh my gosh.
And James is in for another shock. Yufu's turned up to tell him his news.
This chappie donated £20,000.
You know, I could die tomorrow and be happy to tell you the truth. You know? I'm so grateful.
I've never seen any man do this to him before.
Gives you such an amazing feeling inside when you see somebody that you've made happy for no other reason than you're giving them an opportunity that they've never had before. And yeah, the whole day has been crazy and adrenaline fed and really really special.
It's been 2 months since Ben's stay in Hackney, and there have been some big changes. Wayne now has a fully functional studio, including a computer to help with his designs. He's also been spending time with Ben, learning about business.
Wayne's worked really hard to get here and make it happen, and today's the outcome of that. We've actually got products and we're going to take it in and we'll hopefully get somebody to sell it for us.
Hey, how you doing? You know, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Gradually, we'll have more different things coming in, but these we're happy with.
I mean, these are good enough now, man. You know what I'm saying? These are real nice right here. It don't even matter the amount, man, because I'm going to actually create a section just for this.
Cool. Seriously? We had no idea we'd get such a positive response. I mean, to have them want to take most of our stock on the first go is just phenomenal.
My life's changed. Like, I used to dream of stuff like this, and obviously it's a big thing, and I'm enjoying it, and like, I want it to go further and further, and I don't want it to stop.
Ben's even more involved with the Pedro Club, and his gift of £20,000 is being used to build a fully equipped recording studio.
That's going to be starting within, hopefully next week. For the first ever time, we might have a facility that will enable us to generate sufficient cash to keep the club going.
I really want to be involved in the club in the future. I mean, I don't just want to give my money and go away. I mean, I try and get down there as regularly as I can where work permits, and I've also become part of the board of trustees. Having spent my time there, I know the club is vitally important to the kids around here, and you know, my passion about it is to make it survive long term.
And thanks to Ben's £10,000 gift, after a 19-year engagement, James can finally make an honest woman out of Carmen.
I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife.
It feels good, you know. It's such a special day, you know. To actually go in and hear the pastor announce it, made me feel like I must be myself now.
It's been one of the most incredible days today. I've been just seeing the months of hard work Carmen and James have put into this wedding and having it all to come together, and it just makes me really proud to be part of it.
It's such a wonderful, 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 wonderful day.
Yeah, but you're glad it all happened?
Yeah, man. Thanks, bro. It's been great.
I think I've got an additional family for life down here.